Good evening, New Mexico. You could tell from that video right there. Yeah, it was a scary day to be driving in many parts of the state. This time lapse is from I-25 near Los Lunas. You can see all the dust made it quite difficult for drivers in the area.
Wow.
We even saw some people pulling over to the side of the road just to wait it out. Of course, Eddie, that is what they always advise you to do. You know, visibility down to basically nothing at that point.
Yeah.
Just pull over and stay alive.
Well, that's one of the threats that we're looking at. We're also looking at fire danger out there. I am getting some reports of some fires burning in Otero County and also possibly in Lincoln and Torrance counties. So we're talking about Pinon Village off Highway 42, and we're also talking about 3 Mile Canyon Road in Otero County. Not too far from there is Roswell. This is the current look at that dust storm, which is ongoing. There is that advisory, by the way, and a warning in effect for pretty much all of southeastern New Mexico. So you can count on these rough and low visibility conditions continuing throughout the rest of the evening. This is also where we see the bulk of the red flag warnings. And that's not to say it's not windy elsewhere. It is certainly windy everywhere across the state. Right now, though, we are seeing the higher sustained winds out toward the eastern part of the state across the southeast, where you can get a 67-mile-per-hour gust in areas like Tucumcari, no sweat. Same thing down there in places like Carlsbad. So that's why we have this very big wind advisory right there in yellow. It's going to be in effect until 8 o'clock. And a high wind warning. Most of the state is going to stay under this warning till 3 in the morning. Albuquerque will expire at 8 o'clock tonight. We're also looking at some good news. There is some snow, but that is combining with a wind to create near blizzard conditions. So suffice it to say, it is a dangerous day really to be out and about because of the high winds, blowing dust and blowing snow. And just to give you a look, we have our meteorologist Brandon Richards out on the roads, kind of giving us a view of what people may be facing out there, and certainly have been facing all afternoon. Brandon, what are you seeing out there?
Well, Eddie, I will tell you this. The dust kind of cleared out of Albuquerque around 3:30 to 4 o'clock. I'm going to switch the camera now, but just like clockwork, right as we're coming into the 5 o'clock rush hour, another resurgence of dust has moved in. I'm actually going to switch this to our windshield now. Traffic is moving pretty slow on I-25, both directions. Again, we're in the middle of rush hour, and this next plume of dust has really moved in and knocked some visibility down a little bit. Just to remind you, I-25 between Albuquerque and Santa Fe is shut down both northbound and southbound due to the dust storm. I-40 eastbound near Moriarty shut down due to a pileup. 285 in Roswell, I-10 in the southwestern part of the state, you name it, the dust has really caused a lot of problems. So if you are headed out right now into the metro, just know we have more dust moving in and traffic is moving slow. So pack your patience. That's all I'm going to say. Just take your time to get wherever you need to go. I'll give you another look at what we're looking at coming up at 6. But for now, in Roadrunner on I-25, I'm meteorologist Brandon Richards for KOB4 Weather.
All right, Brandon, be safe out there. Thank you so much. Well, as of right now, thousands of P&M and Xcel Energy customers are without power because of the wind, of course. Xcel, for their part, cut off power for thousands of customers in eastern New Mexico and parts of the Texas Panhandle today. This is the Xcel power outage map. Now, most of the outages have been reported in places like Tucumcari, Roswell, and Carlsbad. Just so you know, P&M was also considering an intentional power shutoff in the East Mountains, but they decided ultimately not to go through with it. Still, thousands of customers in the East Mountains and North Valley, they are in some areas that are without power at this time.